Oh my god, right. I watched the final episode of Doctor Who. Now, there will be spoilers. I will mention some things that happen in the episode, so spoilers. Now, two things, or three things. First of all, Clara Oswald is basically the reason the Doctor's here today, because she is the Doctor's saviour. This guy, okay, that we've seen before in the snow episode, the Christmas snow episode with all the snowmen and stuff, he is the Doctor. Well, basically, he goes into the Doctor's life and tries to change the Doctor's life. So things he's done, things he's said have never happened. Clara Oswald, or Clara Oswin, or whatever her name is, she goes into his life and does the opposite. She tries to save the Doctor. Okay. One thing I did notice though is there were key moments in the Doctor's life where kind of if someone did these things for you, you would kind of remember this, if that makes sense. Like, at the end, or near the end, she goes to the original Doctor. Hi, don't take that lift. Take this one. It's the electrical's shot, but you know, and it'll be a bit bumpy, but you have a better time. Wouldn't you remember someone telling you that? Wouldn't you remember someone telling you that? So yes, that is really fun. And then the last thing you see is John Hurt, turn round. John Hurt as the Doctor. Now, is this going to be, he's going to be the new Doctor? Or is it something's going to happen? I don't know. But that is basically what's going to happen. That is, you know, it's going to lead on to the episode, which was the. Now I'm going to. It's going to continue to the 50-year anniversary one. What I have to say though is, it's a good episode. As episodes go, it was a good episode. It was a good episode as things are going. Is it the best season finale ever? Not one of my favourites. I'm going to say something to you, right? Episodes where you get Daleks and Cybermen battling it out, they're all well and good. They are all well and good. But I think this story had more. You find out a lot more in this episode rather than, oh, an old enemy fighting an old enemy. You don't learn anything. You just, you know, the Doctor's got to save the world again. You know, in this episode you kind of find out a lot. We don't find out the Doctor's name. I'm really sad that, you know, that it's the end of the season. But I can't wait till it comes back. But yeah, what do you think? You know, what did you think of the episode? It's probably, in terms of storyline, it's probably one of my favourites. Obviously, when the Cybermen and the Daleks were in the same episode and they battled it out, that was one of my favourites because it had both of my favourite superheroes. But for story, this is one of my favourites. This is one of my favourites. And yeah, I really did love it, and I thought it was a really good episode. It was a really, really good episode. Yeah, and you know, they were falling down his life, and she gives him this leaf and tells him something, but she gives him this leaf. Now, if you remember, the leaf symbolises her life and her love and everything, and basically everything about her was in that leaf. And if you remember at the start, not the episode, but at the start of the season, it was in her book, or in one episode it was in her book. So that leaf, you know, it come back, and we saw also, which was a nice touch, we saw all the Doctors run past. You know, we saw them all run past, which I thought was a really, really good touch. I think if you're a big Doctor Who fan like me, you see a lot of nostalgia in that episode. as well as you learn more about the Doctor, okay? Now, I'm going to say something. We learned fuck all about the Doctor in this episode. I'm sorry, we learned fuck all. Because what we've learned about the Doctor so far is, he dies. No shit, everyone's going to die. That was obvious. Second of all, we don't learn anything about this other Doctor. All we know is John Hurt, or whatever his name is the Doctor. We don't know why or what. I was left asking more questions after than before I watched it. You know? But it was a really good episode. Regardless of what I learnt, I really did love the episode. We learned a lot about Clara Oswald, what she is. You know, she's a splinter through time. She's a splinter through time. Do you know what I mean? She's splintered through time to help the Doctor, survive. But I think that's a really, really bad storyline to do, because it's something that the other reincarnations would have remembered her. Would have remembered her saving his life. They would have remembered that. You know, they would have remembered that. But because the Doctor does that. But it was a really nice episode. 10 out of 10. And yes, I'm going to be reviewing other episodes. Okay. So yes. So yeah, when any new episode comes along, I will review it and tell you a bit about it. But I think it's a really good episode. Yeah. Catch you later.